He's still in the presidential race, but Ron Paul has virtually no chance of winning. So he went to Goucher College on Monday night. Before the event, a few students got together to talk Ron Paul-itics over tea. Yes, it was a college tea party.
He's absolutely zero chance.
No, I really appreciate it.
He's out there pioneering a view that not very many people pioneer, and yeah, a lot of his things may be far-fetched, but at least he's out there saying it, and he's offering a different approach, which, you know, is original and unique. Ron Paul's pretty cool.
Why?
He likes the gold standard.
So that makes him cool?
Yeah, I like gold. I like gold things. I like gold standards.
Do you like gold tea?
No. They don't suit me.
Why?
I'm very uncomfortable with that camera in my face.
And so B got kicked out of its first ever college tea party. But before we heard Paul speak, we tracked him down at the president's house where he had dinner. And the big question outside was, what kind of car does Ron Paul drive? So do you think he's driving a Mercury?
I don't know. Do libertarians, don't they drive like a Flintstone-style car where they pedal it with their feet?
I'm waiting for the golf cart to come up. Paul passed on eating any hors d'oeuvres or drinking any alcohol. He even passed on the baked Alaska or fruit cup dessert. Now for dinner, he had braised lamb. Afterwards, he hopped in his Chrysler minivan. Yes, presidential candidate Ron Paul was trucking across Towson in a minivan. I wonder if he was trying to add soccer moms to his base. Anyway, he needs all the help he can get. These are some supporters in front of the auditorium. All 4 of them. B caught up with Ron Paul backstage. What do you think your big appeal is to the young demographic?
Very good. I think they realize that we're facing some serious problems, and young people are recognizing they're inheriting these problems, whether they're financial or obligations overseas in Iraq, and potential war in Iran. And they're starting to see that something has to be done, and we cannot continue to do what we're doing. And they hear some answers that I give that are very attractive to them because it emphasizes personal liberty, personal responsibility, and the Constitution. And all of a sudden they get pretty excited.
You weren't expecting it when you first got into the race, were you?
No, I really wasn't. I was never doubtful about the message, but I was never convinced that the reception of the message would be that good.
Where do you think you would be without the college crowd or the young demographic?
Well,
would you still be in the race?
Probably not. It was just that I never found that convenient time to leave. I thought I'd be leaving after about 3 months. And that nobody would be interested, and I kept saying, well, as long as you're interested, to the supporters, I'll stay involved, and if there's money in the bank, and people want us to keep the campaign going, and the funds have always been there, and the energy's always been there, so we've gotten good receptions.
We stayed backstage as some people attempted to break the awkward silence with some awkward jokes. So, Paul stays backstage and waits. There's applause during his introduction. And finally, the big moment. He hits the stage to a standing ovation. He talked about his solutions for a new America. His biggest answer? Reducing inflation.
When this dollar continues downward, you're going to see a lot more inflation, and just printing more money will not solve the problem. For a while, you can get away with it. But once the game is, everybody catches on to the game, that the more you print, the worse the dollar gets rejected.
When he addressed anti-American sentiment abroad, he said the problem is an interventionist foreign policy. He asked the question, what if a foreign country tried to do in America what America does abroad?
Tell us that we should adapt their political system and their religious values. You think we'd be annoyed? I don't think there'd be 2 or 3 party system in this country. There'd be one party, we'd all be unified, and we would all want to do what they want to do to us.
After his speech and the following question and answer session, Paul signed books, and lots of them. with the Paul campaign?
Well, I'm the official book opener. It's an unpaid position. I'll consider it an internship for the campaign.
And when were you?
This on a resume.
But this isn't a book. This is for a college student. She just needed this thing for a project.
Sounds good.
And how were you appointed to this position?
I happened to be standing there when there was sort of a backup in the line, so
Nice to meet you.
I stepped forward and
Check out roundcallgrassroots.org. Okay,
doing very important work here. I also think I'm sustaining this campaign. It's a lot for one man. Big responsibility.
Well, congratulations on appointing yourself to this role, sir. Reporting for B, I'm Matt Simon.